Hello and welcome to another video by George's Shed, and today we're going to be mounting a semi-automatic nerf gun on a drone. Let's get started. Okay, so first of all I'm going to test if my drone can actually lift the nerf gun. Which it can. So let's Okay, so first of all I took this 12-gram servo off my tricopter, which already had this arm already on it, which I'm going to use as the trigger mechanism. And luckily it already had a really long servo lead, so that I'll be able to obviously plug into the drone on the top. The way this nerf gun works is you've got two triggers. One spins up the internal motors, which actually fires the gun, and then the other one obviously launches the bullet. So we need to make it fully automatic on the drone. I need to put another servo on the bottom, but first I will make sure the trigger mechanism actually works. Okay, so I've got this piece of string here. On one end loops over the trigger like that. I did originally, when I was just testing if it would work, I mounted the servo here and just had the arm going straight through and push the trigger, which would be easier, but it didn't have enough torque, so I'm using the string as like a pulley system, so when the servo pulls back, it pulls on the string, which does the servo. Okay, so now I'm just going to attach the string to the back, so use some hot glue. Okay, so now the glue dried on the string, and I'll test it on my drone to make sure it actually fires. So I'll plug in the servo. And then okay, so there we go. Now we know the trigger mechanism works, which is a good start. Okay, so now we need to build the mechanism that pulls the obviously button that starts the motor up. So I'm just gonna get a smaller 9-gram servo because obviously don't need a lot of torque. Okay, so now we've got a little 9-gram servo. I'm going to take out the cartridge because when you take that out, the motors don't spin up, and obviously while the glue's drying, I don't want it spinning up and stuff. Okay, so the servo needs to go about there, enough to push down the button. I believe it's a bit awkward, so we may need to file it down there. There we go. Okay, so I'll do it there. So lots of hot glue. I've got to hold it there till it dries. Okay, so now all the glue's dry, and in the end I had to add this strengthening bar because the servo was like flexing too much and wasn't pressing the button down, so this just makes it a lot more solid. Okay, so now let's test it on the drone to make sure it works. And as you can see, I've now put in the cartridge so that the motor will actually spin up, so we can see if it actually works. Okay, that's it. So there we go, that works. So now hopefully both aspects now work. So now let's test it. Plug it in, and then we'll just plug in the main firing servo. Okay, so let's test it, see if it works. Yeah, works pretty well. Okay, so now let's mount it to my drone. Okay, so now I need to glue the Nerf gun to the drone. So at first I thought I was going to glue it like that, but that means that when I try and land the drone, you're landing it on that small section. So I think it's going to be better off gluing it sideways. And that also means that the leads don't have to be as short, so I don't need to extend that one. Okay, so I'll just see where it needs to be glued on, which is there. More glue. Okay, now I'll just wait for that to dry. Okay, so now the gun is securely attached to the bottom of my drone. Now I need to plug in all of the servos. So first of all, I'll plug in the arming servo, which is the one that obviously spools up the motors, and then I'll plug in the main, well, the actual firing servo, and then just to double check that everything still works, I'll plug the drone in. Got a bullet in. And then hopefully everything will still work. Okay, so let's arm it. And then fire. There we go. So everything works, and then so just to make sure that it is repeatable, I'll load up a full cartridge, which is 6 rounds. And also later I might put this 12 dart cartridge on, so then you can attack many people at once. Yeah, so there's 6 bullets. Well, that's an issue. Well, maybe because the batteries in this gun are getting a bit flat, which is not good considering the hatch that you used to put the battery in is now glued to the frame. Okay, so as you can probably tell, the batteries on the gun are getting quite drained, so I'm going to briefly take the gun off, put some new batteries in it, and then hopefully we'll be good to go again. Okay, so now I'll put some new batteries in the gun, so hopefully it'll work a lot better. Now you can see I've attached some high quality Engineer aerospace grade yarn too, because the connection isn't that good, so I've just put one bit to sort of hold it on, and then there's a safety bit. So if both of those fail, the gun won't fall to the ground and kill an innocent child. So now let's test it. Well, as you can probably hear, that works quite well. Camera's now running for his life. Okay, so there we go. That's the Nerf gun attached to the drone and finished. Okay, so be sure to watch the video of this in action. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Bye.